Hi everyone, Magnus here, back again with some more live explained rapid chess. Getting a bit closer now to 2500 inch by inch. Still a long ways to go though. This time playing a 2200 from Germany. Account looks all good. I'm playing the Sicilian here, fighting for the d4 square, trying to prevent them pushing in the middle and get two center pawns versus just one. So I'm going to opt for knight to c6, adding more control to this center square. A lot of people like the Rossolimo. This time we get open Sicilian with the capture, and I'm going to play an accelerated dragon, trying to get my bishop out to this nice long diagonal. As you can see, applying lots of pressure all the way down. Get my knight out. Trying to threaten this pawn here a little bit, castling the king, castling as soon as possible. Now we've not occupied the center with any pawns yet, but that can always come later in any of these pawn pushes. But at the same time, if I can try and put pressure on my opponent's center, that's also very good. So now I'm going to play this like theoretical move, pawn to a5. And the idea behind this move is that I want to deflect the knight slash bishop away from the center and then try and end up winning this e-pawn here. So f3 is a common move, castles is also fairly standard. Queen to d2, not as normal, I don't think. But still looks like a fairly reasonable move. Although knight to g4 is now opened up because the queen's no longer controlling that. That would attack the bishop and protect the h6 square, which they would want to trade on. So if I go here, and then they play like their bishop here, for example, I can actually just trade, and then e5 is a fork on the bishop and the queen. And if they go to g5, then once again this knight is hanging, so I think this is a fairly strong move. I should just be claiming a bishop advantage here, unless they go for a capture on c6. I can recapture like this, or maybe even with this pawn, I might actually recapture this way. That could be interesting. Offering the queen exchange. Yeah, I actually quite like this. This would get my rook into the game very quick. I guess they can castle long here, but if they castle long, I can just capture their queen, and if their bishop were to capture, I would win this pawn. So okay, they are going after my rook. I want to move it somewhere reasonably nice. No, that hangs a rook. Let's think. There's no like crazy in between moves that I can go for. Could I play a5 maybe? a4. No, that doesn't make sense. I can always go rook e8. This is the solid move. Rook d7 just looks clunky because it blocks my bishop. Rook d6 also a little bit clunky because bishop c5 would go after this pawn. So I guess I'm just going to play rook e8. And yeah, we'll have to see where this knight goes after a move like f3 or h3. Whether or not I can get in a5 maybe. I can go possibly for a capture and then a push. That could be interesting. Okay, I'm thinking, yeah, my knight can go all the way back to d7 here to kick their bishop out. And then maybe I can just start pushing my pawns down on the queen side with like b5, a4, and all that good stuff. Okay, so the bishop's moving a little bit. Here, take a5, bishop c4, b5. There we go, like bishop e2, that's not so good. I'm just going to play b5 and trying to go after their bishop here. If they play a move like a3 or even a4, I can and go knight to b3. So like on a4, I have knight b3, and I can go after their light squared bishop here. which I think looks pretty good. It would damage their pawn structure a lot, and if their bishop is to move back, I can in fact just capture and win a pawn. So I like knight c5. And they're probably going to capture. I imagine that's the best move. In which case I can take, and I guess I can take and go down a pawn, go bishop e6. Huge pressure on all of these pawns over here, and just bring my rooks to the b and c file, and really just try and lay into my opponent. I definitely love the look of this sacrifice. Their bishop on c7, blocking the knight from being able to fork me, which is fantastic. So really just look at these bishops. Ah, oh, baby. And a4 can also come in, trying to activate this other rook. Like, this position looks lovely. Also, rook a6, rook c6 maybe, rook c8. All these little maneuvers. I mean, just for starters, they got to start trying to defend this b3 pawn, otherwise I will simply capture it. And all I can see right now is just this bishop pair. Lovely bishop pair, pointing towards their king. Very open. King c2 looks insane. Rook a6, probably quite strong in that position, or rook c8. So I'll have to wait and see what my opponent comes up with. They go for this move. Fair enough, guarding the pawn. I'm thinking maybe a4. Captures, rook captures, hits this pawn, also threatens to come back around this way. If they bring their rook, trying to play king d2, then what am I to do? Bishop h3, king c2, rook c6, king c1. It's unclear. Maybe I should play rook ec8 first, just trying to put some pressure on the opponent. They can never bring their rook back, and now their knight is pinned down to their bishop. So I think I might go for a4 now, just now that I've added a little bit more pressure on to my opponent. Although might have been a no, because they can't really take, because I just bring my bishop in as well. So maybe I even should have played a4 last move actually. Actually, I should have played a4 last move, because now in this situation, oh no, but then I'm also capturing, so they have to go rook d7. But this doesn't work. I should have played that move last time. Yeah, because a4 takes rook d8. I would trade and then win their rook. That's pretty bad. But now it's not available because their king slid over. It's really annoying. Okay, I think I'm just gonna capture. If they trade off rooks, then I'll just win the e4 pawn. Okay, bishop c4 is now a thing again. And I don't see why there would be any harm in me checking and then going bishop c4. Actually, I think I'm just winning. Check bishop c4. After they move here, there's a trade. Their rook can't even get in. I'll just win. They play b3. I have rook a2. Rook a2. No, king back, bishop, rook c2, and then king a1. I just win everything. This bishop is really good. Okay, nice, nice. Rook hanging, knight hanging, bishop loose. Bishop pair doing its thing. Very nice finish. All right, let's take a quick look at the game review. It's probably not a bad game. Okay, I had 90 accuracy. They played 81. This was all known stuff. I wasn't familiar after queen to d2, and knight g4 is apparently not the way to go. I should have gone a4, because then after bishop takes. Oh, yeah, it's just this standard deflection away from the bishop. Okay. I thought that knight g4, generally when they allow you to play this, is very good, because you're going to get the dark squared bishop most of the time. But they went for this. Saved the dark squared bishop, which was a bit annoying. But after my knight got back to d7, and I could play b5, I did like that I had a very fast initiative, because even though the queens are off, there's still good attacking chances, especially with my bishop as open as it is. a5, knight c5, knight b3 is good, taking here is good, and oh, I should have gone bishop to b7 going after this e-pawn. Because after bishop to b7, pawn to f3, rook e to c8, there's like bishop c6, bishop a6 coming. Interesting. But when the bishop's on e6, it can't easily target the knight because it can't go like to d7. That's pretty cool. Okay. So bishop e6 is not great. And yeah, here a4 is the winning move. Takes rook takes a4. And the problem is that if they were to play this, the move that I was missing was bishop to c4. I thought that rook e1 was solving their problems. So after rook a1, there's king d2. But even in this line, there's still bishop to c4. So bishop to c4 was the critical move. I wasn't quite seeing it in the right position. But after rook here, I immediately went, bishop c4, of course, with a4. But after rook a4, this is still a great position. Quick check here. And king c2, bishop c4, what I was pointing out is that b3 can be met with rook a2. And after king to b1, rook to b2 here, there's even a nice checkmate on the side of the board. And my rook is supported by the bishop in the corner. So, if you guys did like this shorter game, please do consider liking and subscribing. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.